Hi family, what's up? It's been a while. Let's hang out. Hope everyone is good. Greetings from Germany to everybody in Ghana. Hope you guys are doing good. Let's hang out and share some fun. I know you guys have missed me. It's been a while. But let's use this moment to share some ideas together. So anything you would want to ask me as I've been away for almost 2 weeks, getting to 3 weeks, we can share it right now. Live from Zolligen in Germany. Cruising and partying, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time we spent time together. It's been a long time that we shared ideas on music. As I'm far away from home now, you can talk to me now. It's been a long time far from home. It's a long time far from home, but we still home. We still home. So you can bring all your comments, your chats right now. Come alive. If there's anything bothering you that you would want me to help you with, so long as music theory and practical oriented stuff are concerned, we can do it right now. Yeah, we can do it right now. So I'm here waiting. I see people online. Please give me a hi. Type a hi if you're online right now and you want me to help you with anything until I come back home. It's all about chilling. So if there's anything you want me to help you out, please come online and share it right now. Vincent Kobna Roxon, you said hi. Will I see you said hi. What's up, bro? Hope everything is cool with you. In my boy, I'm not at home, but we can still share ideas here. Anything that you want me to help you out, feel free and let it flow. Will I die? What's up, bro? Long time. Vincent Kobna Roxon. I'm at your service until I come back home very soon. Let me know what you want to learn. Vincent Kobner, he said, I was about to asking you to play the rhythm you are playing. Oh, okay. Why? Why do you want me to play that rhythm? Let me know. Let me understand why. Do you have any challenge with qual? I think you have an idea what it is. Qual. That is a fourth of a major scale and a third. By the third, we use the second inversion. We use the first inversion of three. So the triad is mi, so, ti. So the first inversion is where so become your bass. So instead of me being your bass, we use so, but all still for chord 3. Prince David official, I see you. Yeah, baby, I feel. Baby, I feel. Wallahi talai. Shit. Oh, that bang. Namasi Krobi Efe. Krobi Efe. Amagane. Ebanisene ya kejiria. Krobi Efe. Krobi Efe. Amagana. Ebanisene ya kejiria. As a hadie, I saw about 4 net here. Environment now. Easy. Easy. Baby. Okay, so Vincent Kobna, you said, okay, this is qual. Okay, then it's Kobia area instead. I thought the Palmales, but you have not touched. Yeah, I've not worked on Kobia area because it's a bit complicated and I need to break it down well. You know, Kobia area belongs to a particular rhythm we call Sichi. So Sichi is like a combination of qual and other elements, but in a different vibe altogether. So I'm going to do a lesson on Kobia area when I come back home, solely on that, so I can break it down easily. But the Sichi kind of rhythm, it imitates the qual, but more like the melody that goes with what they are singing. They try to play the same thing on the guitar. So they try to play their melody or their leading note to imitate the chord or what they sing. So it's not like qual, where qual has a uniform way of play, or more like a loop where. So qual will keep doing this in that rhythm essence, but Sechi will. Song. also has that Sichi feel. So the Sichi has a storytelling mood that depicts the melody the person is singing. Yeah. Will I die, Mr. Robo? I want to ask you about pedals, how to set tones, and which tone to use at a particular time. But I don't know if this is the right time since you aren't in the studio. Well, I don't have any gadgets. As you can see, it's just a guitar, an acoustic guitar with no amplification. But in terms of tone selection, it will depend on the genre of music you're playing. You know, the general standard tone we use both usually in Ghana is your clean, then distortion, and then wah wah. Wah wah. These are the three most common tones we use. But how to sound unique will depend on the understanding of the chain loop. Mostly you have to bring your foundations first. You know, the EQing, compression, then you set that chain before you bring stuff like reverb and delay. They are like the last of the bits. And in terms of the chain storm or like the overdrive, what they call OD, there are so many of them. The difference between distortion and overdrive. Normally distortions are a bit hard. An overdrive, overdrives are a bit harder than distortions. Distortion is more like you want to have a little bit of clean, but most people would open their drive so much that you when you even play, if you set your distortion tone and you play a chord, or maybe you strike a chord and you're unable to hear all the notes, then it means you've opened your drive too much. Normally you should be able to hear your chord playing, or when you try to play a duet like combining do and mi as a note together and you don't hear them distinctively, then it means you've not set your drive right. So your drive is supposed to be very little, then you increase your gain. Like your level. You can either reduce your drive or your gain, and then your level will go up, so that when you play the two notes, you should be able to hear like do mi together, though it's like a duet. We should hear them cleanly. So that is one advice. I don't have any setup here. Thanks, Robert. I can't wait for your lessons on Sechi. I always enjoy the UTV advert, and I wonder how they play that with it. Sure, I'm going to break it down, bro. But that song, it wasn't only played with guitar. They used guitar and a bass guitar. So the bass guitar usually was doing that. So there's that bass thing. So I need to listen to it and see how I can play everything on the guitar. Okay, I have to listen to exactly the ideology behind it. I've not really listened to that song closely before. Yeah. So I'll do a breakdown of that when I come back home. Yeah. If there are any other questions, please let me know. So usually people get that distortion thing very wrong. They are always opening more of the gain or the drive. So like when you play a chord or try to strum a chord, usually we use power chords. That is your root and a fifth from the progression. Maybe you are playing la 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 so fa fa. With overdrives and distortion, we don't play all the full chords. You would only play like your root and a fifth. That's what we call the power chord. But you should be able to set your tone that when you play the full chord, we should hear each note. Then that means you've set the tone very right. Yeah. So usually with the power chords, you're going to play, let's say in the key of C, La, So, Fa. So your La is this A minor. But you're going to play the root and the fifth. Re, mi, fa, sol, then so sometimes when somebody plays a power chord, it's difficult to see if it's a major or a minor until you hear the third note being flattened or it being a major third. Because at this, you can see my chord 5. I've now added my third because I'm playing from the 5th, 6th string to the 4th string. If I take it here, you wouldn't know if it's a major or a minor, but as soon as I touch my 3rd string, you can know. But you should be able to set your tone that when I play the full chord, I should hear each distinct note, and that will tell you that you've actually prepared your distortion tone cleanly. Yeah, so that's the little I know. So you can bring your ideas, any other thing you want me to help you out. I bought 741 and waha. And so I had to say a Ghana 5. Shiriam. Now it's my bet now one easily, you know. So very soon it will be dark. So I have this moment until I go inside. Yes, I will be me. So share the ideas, anything you want me to help you out before I go inside. Yeah. Let me talk about common chords you can use when you are playing the key of D to sound a bit beautiful. I don't know if you can see the guitar clearly. So most people know that playing a progression in D, maybe D as your 1, then So, which is A, La, which is B minor, and your 4, which is G. People will play something like this is what most commoners will play when they ask to play a progression around this, because they would sound like this all the time. But let's find ways how we can make this sound more beautiful when we are given the chance to play around this chords, So if I was supposed to do this, definitely my D. This is my 3rd, that is the 2nd fret. 1st string is your 3rd. So D major, when it goes back, you have D minor. So when it goes a tone back, you have a 9th. And then your your third, when you join your small finger a step, you have a sus4. A sus4. So I'd rather play then my 5 is A. I'd rather play as added 9. So your third, remember you get another 9. Then sus4 is also here. So you have then I play a B minor 7 to this shape, same as but this sounds good. Then my 4th is G major. I'll play a change added 9. So you have that. So, Will, you said Vincent Kobina Roxin. I watched the practice routine exercise lesson, but kindly touch on few stuff you can work on daily. Please, can you show me what lesson is that practice routine? I'm a bit confused. Let me on that, then I know how I can help you. Oladai, please, what really makes a lead guitarist sound beautiful at this thing when you play with a band? So, Will, what I will tell you is you should, it's two things. When you're playing with a band, music is a language, so many languages. When you understand particular language somebody speaks to you, that is when you can communicate or flow with them. So you should know the language the band speaks. Jazz is a language, soukous is a language, high life is a language, rumba latino is a language. So you should be able to understand the language in which you find yourself as to like what the band's language. If it's high life, there are so many branches of it. So know the language that the band speaks. Most of the times, many people want, when they play in bands, they want to be like stand out like as a solo instrument, but no, a band means it's a band, it's a group. So we need to understand when you need to play a solo, when you're supposed to calm down, when the vocalist is leading, when there's chorus, the dynamics and all those things play a role. So as a lead guitarist, I always say the most easiest instrument is the guitar when it comes to business, because when you're playing in a band where there's a drummer, keyboardist, a bassist and a guitarist, you can get a call and do hello and the band will still go on. But when the drummer stops playing, everybody will see that something is off. Or when the bassist stops playing, you will definitely hear something is off and the keyboardist. But sometimes, unless maybe the guitar have to play an intro, that is when things will become a bit obvious. Apart from that, we are a cover instrument. So to sound very beautiful, as you said, understand the language the band speaks. Some band play covers of maybe Western songs. Others play typical high life or the high life songs from the 50s and 60s. So you need to understand the language of the band and study those languages. Have a fair idea of as many languages as you can, so that when you are playing with the band, you will know how to speak their language. So it doesn't look like they are speaking Ewe and you are speaking um, Fanti or Chi. There will definitely be a miscommunication. Yeah. And being distinct as a lead guitarist means you need to be disciplined. If you are playing a band, it's very rare for you to hear me very loud until maybe I'm allowed a guitar solo. And the best practice routine I suggest, Vincent, you asked that, is that you practice without a pedal. Practice with your clean guitar, no extra effect. That is how you can build your own tone. As I say, every musician has his own tone. I'm saying, but it's out of practice that you can identify the type of tone you have that will make you stand out or to be distinct. But when you start making the effect your ideal or your option or the best thing to put into practice, is going to mess you up. I mean, I always say it's better to play a guitar solo with a clean tone, record and see how you sound, because naturally an overdrive or distortion sustains your note. When you even play a note like do, it's going to be train, and that deceives people that they are playing very well. If you're a good guitarist, when we are not being gender biased like rock or something, and you play clean, we should hear your solo notes to be distinct. So understand the culture and language of the band you play with. And it will be always good to practice without complete like wah distortion. Just be clean with if on it's different from like playing a copyright song. But it will be better if I hear a song that has distortion. I'd rather play with a clean first, get the ideology of the chords they are using, then I come to the actual effects or tone selection they used. Yeah, that's the little I can share for now on that tone issue and being a distinct guitarist. You see, our fingers, these fingers you see, that's why our thumbprints are not the same. And don't forget, when you give your thumbprint, it is stored electronically. Biometrics are electronically generated stuff. So the nerves we have here, our nerves we have here are different. Therefore, if my finger press a note like do and it's being recorded, and you also play the same key, the same position, it will not sound the same because our fingerprints are not the same. That's why people can try to imitate particular guitarists, but they will never sound like them. They can try to sound like them, but you can never sound like me because we all have different fingerprints. That's why it's good to start clean, practice with the clean, and get to know your natural fingerprint tone. So that when you are playing solo and stuff, you everybody know that this is Robo playing, this is Dominic, this is Orego, this is Akim, because they've used their natural fingerprints to develop their tones. Yeah, that's my little advice for that. Yeah. nicer than to play. This sounds good, but it has no wow factor compared to me when I play. How am I going to play? When you hear me play this, you'll be wondering what kind of chords I'm playing. Yeah, well, I beg try open music school for only guitarists. You did the plans inside. I'm planning to organize a guitar seminar, a boot camp for guitarists. It's going to come out very soon. So like a seminar or a session for guitarists. You do one-on-one practice routines and some of the spiritual things you must know that is attached to music too. So it's definitely going to come on very soon. Yeah. I have about 5 minutes more, then I leave because the weather is getting cold. Yeah, me who day here my Harry. Right, so in 5 minutes time we will end this stream. So if you have any other questions, please let it flow. And until we meet again. Yeah. So will I die? I did. Last question. During worship ministration, when you don't have a pedal, what's the best way to play? So, Will, worship ministration, are you talking about the contemporary worship, like the hail song vibes, or the Western worship songs, or the local worship? I'm sure when you mention pedal, it means you're talking about the contemporary worship where you use the distortion, voice play cleaner, then they go turn distortion at the back. So if you are not using the distortion, I don't know if you've watched my lesson on chord hack systems, where I gave a demonstration how a major become a major seventh, major seventh become a seventh, a seventh become another ninth, another ninth become a minor become a minor seventh. When you get this principle or concept, I gave a breakdown that usually added knife shape, this shape, it does not spoil harmony. Added knives does not spoil harmony. So I even did a lesson not a while ago how to play added knives when your root position is on the 5th string. So most people would take their root on the 6th string, so they can play a fa here and a so and a do. And sometimes when the key is on the 5th string, they go all the way do fa. It's too wide apart, so you can play your do here, your fa and your so it be closer. Your fa and your so. So usually playing added knives are safe to use when you don't have pedal that you do most of the distortion ideology people have. You can just use added knife, maybe. And normally, see, when you're playing with a band, there will be a bass guitarist who will be doing the bass notes. So sometimes I like to play riffs that are from the given chord. So maybe so it's 1 and 2. Because the bass guitar is playing the 2, it will fit. So if I was supposed to improvise on, instead of, because the keyboardist will play this, I'd rather go 4. So if I was playing the main key in the key of C, these are some of the things I will play. So instead of playing a minor all the way here, I'll change the voice into but because there'll be a bass guitarist, normally a bass guitarist note will be heavier than mine, so I could still play the bass notes with him and there will be no clash because he'll be playing the baby. He'll play other extensive notes, so there will be no clash. So what makes this interesting is that you don't have to be playing the chords throughout. So I can do. So you should understand the progression and know it off head, so you can play around. So So Vincent Kobner Roxon, any ideas on how to use the 7-3-6 progression? T min la on guitar. Okay. So mostly in most of the Western songs, maybe because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I give my. Now this is the idea. T, mi, la, right? We call it 2-5-1s. So the best way to understand this, take this as your T. I'm playing the key of C. So take your T as re, so, do, re, so, do. Means my main key is A. Re, so, do. Not more C, but that is T, mi, la in the key of C. So you take that as re, so, do. So that's the idea. But the T has this chord, a minor 7th flat 5, because a minor there. So that is B minor 7th, which is this flat 5. Because of who you are, Lord, I worship you because of who you are. You get it? So the Timila ideology is that you usually play mi, la, but it's more like re, so, do. You get it? Though that we are not playing A as a major chord. Re, so, because of who you are. So the re, so, do, but we use T as a minor 7 flat 5. That's the chord shape. And then our mi is a minor sharp 9th. That's the shape. And after that we play a normal A minor. So because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I give you praise. Then there's another 2-5-1. I made my 5 a minor as re, so, because I'm going to a 4. I've made a lesson. I'm going to release that this week about how to play 2-5-1s. So because of who you are, I will lift my voice and sing, Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Jehovah Jireh. So you see, my soul, everybody knows so to be a major, but I turn it into a minor. So that is like re, so, do. That is now F is my main key. Do, F is the fa, is the 4th in the key of C. So if I turn so as a minor, I sound like re, and then my C is so, and then do. So I'll play one more time. Because of who you are, I give you Because of who you are, I give you it. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice and sing. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Jehovah Jireh, my provider. Jehovah Nissi, you reign in Jehovah Jireh, and the days of peace. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. So T, normally to get, most people will play a diminished 7. I will live in a minor. My voice, I will lift my voice and sing. But this feels nicer. I will lift my voice and sing. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Vincent, I hope I've answered your question. Oh, dear Koso. I saw some in Kanyano. Meaning, say, Adiasa. It's 8:10 now, and it's getting dark. I mean, the stream will not look good anymore. So I think I have to end for today until we meet again. Alright. I hope I have been able to help small. It's getting blur. So hey, Caleb Abuaje, Canadian Burger, I see you. I see you too, Caleb. I'm about to sign now because it's getting dark. It's getting dark here. Because I was using the natural light for the live stream. Flowers debut are happy birthday. So it's getting dark. I have to end the stream. So we meet again. Any last words before I go? Okay, guys, I think we're going to sign out for now till we meet again. Bye bye. See you. Greetings, desert people of Ghana. Bye. Thank you, Vincent. Your lessons are so inspiring. Thanks a lot.